negotiations. And this is exactly what she's done here. She's innovated, she's taken these pins, she's made this sort of clever, sort of secret sign, secret language. These shelves are armed. Oh, it's very exciting to have this space. Of course, Secretary Madeleine Albright was an extraordinary individual, and she was a very, very strong supporter of this museum. And to show her support, she was very gracious to give us her collection of her pins. And of course, many people know how famous she was for her collection of her pins and using her pins to express her moods, to tell stories, to share her experiences. And all the way up until the day she died, she was wearing pins to express these issues and these ideas for herself. And it was made for the 50th anniversary of NATO, and it's called Partners in Peace. So it celebrates all the members of NATO working together, and of course it's the doves of peace. Interesting. Mothers, for Mother's Day and things. This was a Valentine's Day gift from her mother in 1972. They are the range of all different kinds of pins, all different kinds of materials. Some are very simple, made out of the one I'm going to talk about a little bit today is one that was made out of clay by her daughter when she was just a little girl. It was a gift to her mother on Valentine's Day. And so if you start with that one, it's the most simple, and then all the way up to very, very extravagant, antique, precious, fine jewelry. Sort of slipping, and it got slipperier and slipperier and slipperier, and she was really very afraid. She could tell because she could feel it, and she was very afraid that it was going to fall off.
Do a quick rundown of the check pins.
Oh no, we didn't talk about those. I'll pull those up.
That's probably worth it.
Not in her collection of jewelry, but certainly in her use of the jewelry as a diplomatic tool and a sort of a secret diplomatic. There's an interesting photograph of her in the exhibition catalog that includes her speaking with Yasser Arafat. And these were particularly difficult negotiations, and she's wearing a big B on her shoulder. She's, definitely making a statement with that B. Sometimes she would wear snakes to send a message, or spiders to send a message. These are, not normally things that people wear for happy occasions. So she definitely had, strong opinions and strong messages to send. But then you're right, she had balloons, she had butterflies, there are lots of sunshine pins and things like that. For difficult situations, she oftentimes called upon symbolic pins like angels or doves of peace and things like that too. And then here's an example of some of her butterflies. She loved butterflies. There's lots of butterflies, there's lots of hearts. These are happy pins.
Once again.
This is the signature of Alphonse Buca. And this one is not signed, but it's a reference to the art and designs that he... It's a tremendous opportunity, and we've had a great deal of interest for our online exhibit of this Read My Pins collection. We've had a huge spike in traffic to the website, to that online exhibit right now, after her passing. Our staff to create a website for the online version of the exhibition. This went live, Lauren, when did this go live about? She had a very long and rich and full diplomatic career, and we owe her a great debt for that. So I hope that the jewelry could be seen as sort of an entry point for that, to learn more about her, to learn more about the work she did. To entrust this collection of pins to the National Museum of American Legacy, we're very honored to have it. We have selected 5 panels, including pins. These are some of the most... that was a very, very special response when she was sworn in as Secretary of State. This is from a group of 5th graders in Holland, Michigan. And there's a little note on the top saying, "Oh, we're so happy that we now have a woman as the Secretary of State." And every signature on that letter is from a little girl. There's a limit of what can be accepted in terms of monetary value. Then the individual, it could be an ambassador, it could be... And there are 7 cups in the tea set, and each one of them has a portrait on it. She is one of the portraits, and all the other 6 are men. The men foreign ministers with whom she worked. But the most important thing about that is the person who gave it to her was the Russian foreign minister. This is someone that she had been involved in very, very difficult negotiations in the 90s. And yet she respected him and he respected her. And she oftentimes said that they had a very good relationship and they became good friends. She was very, very keen on the people-to-people approach to diplomacy and building relationships. And it's a very wise thing to do.